this this was not easy to do, come up with. Um, so, quite a few years ago, actually, I ranked every Slayer album. Um, that list has stayed pretty much the same, but I was gonna do more album ranking videos for my favorite bands, but I kind of forgot that that was sort of something that I can do. But I'm gonna start doing that again, and we're gonna start with my favorite band, Trivium. I got into them early last year, so yeah. I actually went to two shows where they were opening and didn't see them. The first was when I saw Megadeth with Lamb of God, 2021, and the second was I saw Iron Maiden in 2022. Trivium was opening both those shows, didn't see them either time. And now they're my favorite band. I was able to see them earlier this year with Bullet for My Valentine, which, you know how that whole tour went, but I freaking loved it. And I got into them around, I want to say, maybe March last year. I heard that The Crusade was pretty much just a thrash metal album, just like melodic thrash. Listened to The Crusade, absolutely loved it. And since I listened to The Crusade, I just kept on listening to Trivium until now they're my favorite band. I will be saying this, The Crusade is not my favorite album by them. I said that a while ago, but that was before I really listened to all of them. But some of these picks are going to be a little bit controversial, some of them not so much. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have 10 albums, I believe, right? Yeah, they have 10 albums, new EP coming out next month. Super pumped for that. But yeah, we'll just get started at number 10. This is probably not a controversial pick. Vengeance Falls is my least favorite, number 10. Starting off, none of these albums are bad. I love all of their albums, but this one is probably my least favorite. I mean, it's sort of a little generic, I guess. A little bit boring. Let's see here. Brave the Storm to open is really solid, and then you could keep going, and it's just a little bit boring. Strife is the big song from here. That is one of their catchiest songs. What else we got in here? Through Blood, Dirt, and Bone. That one's really good. Villainy Thrives. To Believe. There are some solid songs on here. Just like nothing that really stands out. And like I said, Strife is the big song on here, and like it is by far the weakest big Trivium song. It's just kind of boring, you know. And that kind of goes for this whole album. A lot of the songs kind of blend together. There's no real interesting things going on here. It's just like, you know, I feel like after Shogun, they kind of just went into a downward pit for the next few years, and this was just like the way bottom of that, and it's just kind of boring, you know. It's not the worst album ever made. It's just a little bit boring. After that, we have another probably popular pick, Silence in the Snow, number 9. Again, not a bad album. It's just a little bit boring. Obviously, it's their only album with no screaming, so that kind of already lowers it, because I know he gets a lot of flack, Matt Heafy, as a vocalist, but oh my goodness, his vocals are the main reason I love Trivium. Because, like, he can do anything. and this just kind of has one vocal style throughout the entire thing, and like, there's no screaming, there's no growling, there's nothing. It's just clean singing. But it's fine. The big song on here is probably Until the World Goes Cold. Silence in the Snow is also big. Actually, I'm pretty sure Until the World Goes Cold is actually their most popular song on streaming, which is kind of surprising, but it makes sense because it's very catchy. But like, same thing with Vengeance Falls. It's just a little bit boring. They don't really do anything new aside from the lack of screaming. But like, let's see here, Silence in the Snow, of course. Dead and Gone is pretty good. Ghost is Haunting You. Rise Above the Tides. There's some solid stuff on here, much like with Vengeance Falls, but I would say that this is a little bit better, but like not by much. Like they can switch around sometimes, you know. Now number 8, this is actually the only Trivium album that I do not have a physical copy of, and this is probably my most controversial take, except for number 2. But number 8, I'm gonna have to go with In Waves. Like I said before, after Shogun, they kind of just went into a downward pit. This was the first album without Travis, so, you know, already losing that. Travis Smith was an excellent drummer. He was one of the founding members. First album without any founding members, In Waves. But, like, it's a pretty good album. It's compared to these two, it is, like, much better overall. It's still a little bit boring sometimes, but it's not too bad. Obviously In Waves, big song. It's a pretty weak song overall. It's sort of like, it's probably their most repetitive song. It's boring, man. But let me tell you what, In Waves live, I don't care. That is amazing live. But Black is really good. I don't have the album, so I can't really. Honestly, I can't really remember many songs from it. I guess that's saying something, but like, Black is probably my favorite. That song is absurdly catchy, but overall, it is a very good album, In Waves. Especially compared to the last two. After In Waves, we have number 7, What the Dead Men Say. This is another great album. I mean, it's really good. This is during the modern renaissance, I like to say, of their last 3 albums being so great. This is probably the weakest, right? Probably the middle child, but it's still a really good album. What would the big song on here be? Maybe Catastrophist? Or maybe the title track, I'm not entirely sure. Every song in here is very solid. I enjoy it quite a bit. I have it on vinyl. What's up?
Did you have any donut?
Anyways, similar to In Waves, it's very, they might switch around a little bit, but I mean, like, What the Dead Men Say, Catastrophist, Bleeding to Me is probably my least favorite, but The Defiant, Bending the Arc to Fear, overall it's very good. Number 6, The Crusade. This is the album that got me into Trivium. Very much a thrash metal album. I don't think there's any disputing that. This is just like, it sounds like Metallica. It's Metallica with metalcore screaming, pretty much. But like, straight away from Ignition, you're just going straight into thrash. Ignition is like straight up thrash, and I love it. Every song on here fairly decent, except for Anthem. That song. Some of the songs on here are a little bit boring. Anthem, I don't really much mind The Rising. Actually, it's very catchy. I love that. What else? And Sadness Will Sear, Soul Can't Tear Us Apart. Overall, a couple bottom of the barrel, just like not too great songs, but like stuff like To the Rats, Entrance of the Conflagration, Becoming the Dragon, Breeds Contamination. There are some bangers on this album. Especially Entrance of the Conflagration. Jesus Christ, that song is amazing. To the Rats is probably one of their fastest. Ending with an 8-minute instrumental with the title track is just like, wow, you guys really are Metallica. 8-minute instrumental at the end of the album. Jesus Christ, I never really noticed that until now. Wow. But like, overall, it is a really great album. Like I said, the one that got me into them. Just awesome. Moving on. We have at number, what would this be, number 5? Yeah, number 5, The Sin in the Sentence. Can't really see the album cover too well. There we go. But, first album with Alex Bent, holy shit. You can tell, because Nick Augusta, Matt Madiro, pretty good drummers. Travis Smith, really good. Alex Bent, holy fuck. Straight away with The Sin in the Sentence. You were just like, Jesus Christ, oh my God. seriously, by far the best drummer. But like, this is came out after Silence in the Snow. People didn't really like that album, and to start and to go into Sing the Sentence is just like, oh, because like this album is heavy. It's not as heavy as some of their other stuff, but geez, I love it. Big song on here, Heart From Your Hate. That's one of their biggest songs, mainly because it's absurdly catchy. But like, some other highlights are the title track, Beyond Oblivion, Betrayer, Sever the Hand, Thrown to the Fire. There's a lot of great stuff on this album. I just love it, man. It's so good. Moving on. Number 4, their biggest album, Ascendancy. Number 4. Controversial pick? I don't know. It could be. Not my number 2 is by far my most controversial, except for In Waves at 8. That one's. But anyways, this is a very good album. 2005. This is like big. Big. This album was big. Every song on here is a banger. Even the bonus tracks, which will go for which will go especially with number 1. Even the bonus tracks in here are good. Blinding Tears, Break the Skies, Washing Away Me, The Tides, Master Puppets. Good stuff. Starting from Rain is just like pounding, like Jesus Christ. Big song on here. Dying in Your Arms, maybe, or maybe Pull Harder. Not sure. Probably Dying in Your Arms might be the biggest because again, it's catchy. That's one of my least favorites on here. Seeing this whole album live earlier this year was amazing. But some highlights on here. Gunshots Without Trepidation is really good. Suffocating Sight and Rain. Boat Rudder Strange Mountain. Overall, this is amazing. I love this. I don't know. But something I love more is number 3. In the Court of the Dragon, their newest album, although they are rumored to have one coming out next year, really hope so. If it is even half as good as this album, oh my god, we are in for a treat. Because like, oh my goodness, this album is so good. Right Away, In the Court of the Dragon, just same thing with exactly like Rain, it's just straight heaviness. This album is absurdly heavy, like jeez. And there's also a lot of really catchy stuff, like No Way Back, Just Through is like very great. And ending with the Phalanx, that album, that song is so good. Every song in here is so good. In the Court of the Dragon, Beast of Fire, Fall Into Your Hands, Dawn to Decadence, amazing. It's heavy, it's melodic, it's catchy, it's just... I love this album. Isn't it funny how I have more to say about the bad albums than the good albums? I don't know. It's awesome. Now my number 2. This is going to piss some people off. I know this album isn't generally well liked, but I absolutely love number 2 Inferno, and that's why it's my number 2. Their first album. Oh, it's so good. It's not nowhere near as good as number 1, but like, geez, this album is just metal. It's just metalcore. This is their most straight up metalcore album, and I fucking love it. Again, Trivium, just going straight into it with the first song, Pillars of Serpents. So heavy. This album overall is, I know I've said it before, this might be their heaviest album overall. There's a little bit of catchiness, but it's just straight heaviness, straight pounding. It is raw. That is my favorite part, how raw this album is. They were all like 18, 17, 19 when they made this album, and the fact that when that young, it's just amazing. Every song on here is amazing. Pillars of Serpents, Fight Could Collapse the Masses, Requiem, title track, Falling to Grey, When All Light Dies. It is amazing. Biggest song on here, Ember to Inferno, maybe, title track. I love the new one they did with all the like fan made stuff. It's really good. This album overall is really good. Heavy, raw, aggressive, straight metalcore. First album. Like jeez, it is. My favorite song is probably Ember to Inferno, maybe. Requiem, Falling to Grey. Every song on here is a contender for my favorite. It's just like, oh my goodness. Speaking of oh my goodness, is my probably least controversial pick. Pretty much everyone seems to have this album at number one, and it's for very good reasoning. Number one is Shogun. Oh my god, this is my favorite album ever made. It is, every single song is just straight heaviness, it's straight melodic, it's catchy, every single song. So good. Kirisuit Gomen, first song, amazing. And then all the way up to the title track, Shogun, 12 minutes long, and it feels like it's 6. It is amazing, every single song on here. And like, when you're singing about stuff like Greek mythology, like in Torn Between Sky and Charybdis, Husband the Furies, like, oh my goodness, Throes of Perdition is amazing. Every single song is amazing. Like I said before, even the bonus tracks. Poison Knife and the Noose, Upon the Shores, and I guess Iron Maiden too. It is just straight up pounding every single song. Every single fucking song is so good. That's why it's my number one album of all time and my number one Trivium album of all time. It's heavy. It's by far the most progressive album. There's a lot of different stuff, especially in Shogun. Because, like, in Shogun, I love the middle part is just, like, so calm. And then it just goes straight into the breakdown. And Jesus Christ, it is jarring, but they make it work so well. The blending of heavy stuff and soft stuff on this album is amazing. Even, like, I feel like this album, a lot of people choose it as their favorite, but for me, it is without a doubt my favorite. Like, I remember I bought this one along with buying The Crusade. I listened to this and I was just sitting there like, wow. But seriously, what is the biggest song in here? Down from the Sky. Probably Down from the Sky, again, because it's catchy, but like, all 11 songs, 14 with the bonus tracks are, oh. I can listen to this album all the time and I cannot get bored of it. Every single person is just, this is like peak Matt Heafy. Peak Matt with his vocals. There's screaming, there's clean singing, there's growls, especially on Upon the Shores. Like, it's heavy, progressive. It's so good. I love it. It's my back patch. I have a back patch of this. It is the back patch on my battle jacket. It's so good. It's so good. I love it so fucking much. Oh my god. The Crusade was what got me into Trivium. This album was what made me a mega fan. And I don't really know how much more I can say. I'm just glazing this album so fucking hard, and that's because it is so fucking good. Like, jeez. I love all their albums. Especially Ember to Inferno and Shogun. Shogun is... But this album is just on another fucking level. And like, to go from, I love how this album is nestled right in between two mediocre albums with The Crusade and In Waves. It's just like, here's the trajectory of Trivium. It's just like, no, it's not as up and down as like, say, Machine Head, but it's great. And this album especially is just peak. So that's it. I know for some of them I didn't really have much to say. I know when talking about Shogun, I was just glazing it about as hard as I possibly could. But yeah. Hopefully I get In Waves soon, because that'll complete my collection. But either way, I want to thank you for watching. I'm not sure which band I should do a ranking next. Let me just see. Just looking around bands I have like every album by. I could do Iron Maiden. That could be fun. Maybe Priest, Metallica, Megadeth. I already did Slayer. I feel like I'm not entirely sure, but we'll figure it out. And but yeah, that's about it. Bye bye. Oh, thumbnail. How am I gonna go about doing this? I don't know.